December 16, 1773, Boston Harbor became the stage for a bold act of rebellion, one that would echo through history and ignite a revolution. That night, 92,000 pounds of British tea were dumped into the sea, staining the icy waters with defiance. Disguised as Mohawk warriors, colonists silently boarded the standing up for principles of liberty and representation. The destruction was massive, worth nearly $2 million today, and it directly targeted the powerful British East India Company, a symbol of imperial control and economic oppression. The risk was real: arrest for treason, imprisonment, even death. Every participant knew the consequences could be dire. Yet the participants acted with resolve, believing their liberties and the future of their children were at stake. They stood together, united by became a symbol of ordinary people taking extraordinary action, risking everything for their beliefs. They weren't yet demanding independence, but they were drawing a line. No more submission to unjust power, no more silent acceptance of tyranny. The Boston Tea Party was the climax of years of tension, a dramatic stand that made clear the colonies would not quietly accept British rule, no matter the cost. This single night pushed both sides closer to a conflict that would reshape the world, setting the stage for a revolution that would forever alter the course of history. The Tea Act of 1773 actually made tea cheaper for colonists, but the outrage wasn't about price, it was about principle. The law let the British East India Company sell tea directly to America, undercutting local merchants and smugglers. Colonists saw this as a trick to make them accept Parliament's right to tax them without representation. No taxation without representation became their rallying cry. By buying the tea, colonists feared they'd be surrendering their rights, setting a dangerous precedent. The act also gave the East India Company a monopoly, threatening local businesses and livelihoods. To many, it was economic tyranny, favoring a London corporation over American citizens. The real fear, if they accepted this, what would Parliament tax next? The Tea Act was seen as part of a larger pattern of British oppression. Resisting it became a symbol of the fight for fundamental rights and self-government. The struggle was about power, consent, and the future of liberty in America. Boston in late 1773 was a city simmering with tension, its narrow streets echoing with uncertainty and fear. The air was thick with rumors, and every corner seemed to hold a secret. British soldiers patrolled the streets, a constant reminder of royal authority. Taverns like the Green Dragon buzzed with secret meetings. Samuel Adams, John Hancock, and others plotting resistance. These smoky rooms became the nerve centers of rebellion, where ideas and strategies were whispered late into the night. Clung to the crown, convinced that order and prosperity depended on loyalty to Britain. And suspicion split neighborhoods and families, turning friends into adversaries and making every gathering a potential battleground of ideas. When the Dartmouth arrived with its cargo of tea, Boston faced a deadline: unload and pay the tax, or the ship and tea would be seized. The arrival of the ship was a turning point, and everyone knew it. Massive town meetings the city's fate seemed to hang in the balance of every heated argument. The city felt like a powder keg. The arrival of the tea was spark. Every conversation, every glance seemed charged with possibility and danger. Every day, tension mounted. Everyone knew something had to give. The sense of anxiety. confrontation that would echo far beyond the city's borders. Famous names like Samuel Adams and John Hancock. While they led and inspired, the real action came from the Sons of Liberty, a diverse group of artisans, shopkeepers, blacksmiths, and sailors. Paul Revere, a silversmith, played a role, but so did countless others whose names are lost to history. Disguising themselves as Mohawk warriors more than a mask. Native American symbolized freedom and a new American identity separate from Britain. The costumes provided an image protecting the act signaling that this was a protest, not lawless chaos. By adopting the natural right of disappearance, the disguises fostered blacksmiths, together they shed their a symbol of collective resolve and defiance. The Boston Tea Party was no spontaneous strike. Governor Hutchinson refused to let the ships leave. Samuel Adams gave the signal. This meeting can do nothing more to save the country. With those words, the plan was set in motion. War whoops echoed through the night as the disguised men, faces painted and identities hidden, moved swiftly to Griffin's Wharf under the cover of darkness. Organized into groups, each assigned to a among the colonists. The night's precision made the message and their defiance would echo through history. News of the Boston Tea Party stunned London. Parliament saw it as criminal vandalism, not a fight for liberty. King George III demanded submission or triumph. Parliament chose punishment. Called the intolerable acts by colonists, was passed to make an example of Boston. The Boston Port Act closed the harbor, crippling the city's economy. The Massachusetts Government Act stripped away self-government and increased The stage was set for a united colonial stand. Crisis forged a sense of shared purpose, leading to the First Continental Congress. point of no return. The Boston Tea Party's legacy is global.